Hi guys, welcome to another KamicarzCreations video. Here we are with the little 173 that I've been doing the build on. Just starting to tidy it up a little bit. As you can see, I've got the sump on there, and that's an absolutely messy job getting that on there. Old technology, old seals, messy. But anyway, got it on there, and one of the first things I want to check is no oil leaks. So I'm going to accessorize it, get a bit of stuff built up on it, get the harmonic balancer on it, etc. Sort of seal up the bottom end a fair bit, and then I'm going to whack some oil into it up above the gasket level and see how she sits, just to hold basic oil, because that doesn't hold it under pressure. Does get a little bit of pressure under operation, I suppose, but that's what we're up to at the moment. If you like what I'm doing, remember, hit that like button. I love it when you hit that like button. The numbers have been going up and the exposure's been increasing, which is excellent, and that's all again about that YouTube algorithm. Manipulation of the algorithm is what we're after. So hit that like button. If you don't like what I'm doing at the end of it, hit the dislike button. That's all fine, just as long as we got some interaction on the video. So anyway, I'm going to build this up, accessorize it out, do a bit of an oil fill check on it, and start moving forward. I've just mounted up the alternator bracket and realised I had to modify this. This is an upgraded alternator, higher amperage, 140 amp on it, done in black, but I remember it being a little bit different in the mounting position. So I'm just painting up the other bracket that I modified, and then I'll fit this up. So here she is, got a lot of the accessories on her. I've just put those side plates on there just to make it look better for the video. Haven't got any lifters in it yet. The head's not bolted on, it's just sitting there. But the biggest thing I've done is put the oil in the sump, mainly to check that joint down there. Now, I took the rubber gasket that's supplied with the gasket kit out of there and just used a really good gasket goo, because that gasket was squeezing out. It wasn't fitting up real well, and I've had that problem when I built this engine before. That's exactly where it leaked, down on that bottom face, and so far so good. So she's holding the oil, which was my greatest concern, getting that sump on, because it's a messy job and pretty old technology the way they fit up, but it's holding the oil, which is really good. So I'll leave it overnight and check it in the morning. I've accessorized her up, pretty much put it back to stock standard. I'm wondering whether I'll actually I've still got the brand new standard radiator for the Torana, and I'm actually wondering whether I will put the fan on it and put that standard radiator in, or stick with the aluminium radiator and the thermo fans and the water temperature sensor that I bought to bring those thermos on. But pretty happy with that so far. I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing with the lifters, and then we'll have a bit of a look, and we might take her off this engine stand and put the clutch and the pressure plate and clutch and flywheel all back on there, and start to assemble up the gearbox and get it ready to sit in the K-frame. So pretty exciting stuff. Really happy to have it back into this level of build. As I said, guys, I've got no lifters in this motor at the moment. This is a set of solid lifters to go with the solid cam, solid flat tappet lifters. And if you remember, the reason I'm rebuilding this motor is because that's what happened last time. I wore a lifter and consequently destroyed the cam that was in it. And I've seen a heap of that happening across the internet, even talking to my engine builder who's been building engines for years and years and years, and he said he's never had so many engine failures, old school engine failures. due to lifters. You know, we're trying to do bigger springs and higher compressions and things like that, and the lifters just aren't holding up. Now I think it was Murphy's Speed Shop I saw it on. They're always building motors, and they sent their lifters and said they send all their lifters down to Clive Cams down in Victoria, and they resurface the lifters. So check the face of them, repolish them, and these lifters are supposed to have a convex curve in them. Now these don't look like they've got a lot, but it is very minor as well. But anyway, Clive Cams are going to do these for me. The cost about, if you got a new set of lifters, I think they're $8 a lifter to resurface them and put the concave in them, and that they said that'll definitely help with not wearing the lifters out. So I'm going to package those up today and send them away, and then I'm going to have a look at what I can do to progress with this motor until they come back. I'm just back from the bolt shop, done a little bit of work. So I've gone and got some replacement bolts. You can see this one here, new zinc bolt for there, and bought a decent washer to lock that flywheel on. Soon I had to thread up the end of the crank. Thought that's a good thing to do, and it wasn't real hard. They're pretty much a size for size fit on there. Tapped it on with a rubber mallet, and the bling of the install is these tough mounts. Now they're a really nice, nicely engineered mount. So I went and bought new zinc plated bolts for those as well, and a bolt to go in through the subframe. And on the other side, same deal. I'm assuming I've got these on the right way. They sort of, it's pretty tight fit down around the oil pump there, but it's got tough mount written on the front of it, and I'm pretty sure they'd have their graphic out on the front side of it. They do vary a little bit, the left to right mount, but I'll double check that as I sit it up in the engine bay. So they're really nice, those tough mounts. Pretty happy with them, and the engine's looking a little bit blingy. Down here I went and found my original fan and extension, and also bought some bolts so I can run that. Now these suck a little bit of horsepower out of the motor, but I'm taking this one, even though it's a nice little motor with some nice componentry in it. It's pretty much stock bottom end, decked right down. The most of the technology is in the head, in that Bathurst head with some big valves. The cam's reasonably lumpy, but you know, it's not a super beast, just a nice clean little engine to get back in this UC and get it running. Now I'm also going to take the cross member or the K-frame out of the car now, because I'm just about ready to put the flywheel and pressure plate and clutch back on, and then I'm going to sit the engine into the K-frame and build the rest of it while sitting in the K-frame and get it ready to slip back up in. And at worst, I sent those hydraulic lifters away this morning to get them surfaced, and at the worst, even if it's a couple of weeks, I'll get this ready, and I could put the head on it with it back up in the car. So guys, that's some really good progress on the little 173 build. Again, started this build mainly because the 202 has been taking a long time down at the engine builder. You know, it's one of those love jobs. It's on the back burner. I haven't really pushed him, but it'll happen. So I thought I'd get this, and I changed a little bit, retired last year, and decided that I probably need to move a few of my projects on. There's a bit of money wrapped up in the cars. So I sold the little V-dub recently, which is awesome. Got some good coin for that. And I'll probably put this UC up for sale too. Even though the family I bought it off love this car, and I still have good communication with them at the moment. We'll see if we can find a really nice family for this to go to, and they'll give me a little bit more cash to work on another couple of projects. Anyway guys, it's been great. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Like and subscribe would be really good, but hit that like button and put some comments out there. Let's get some chatter going. It all helps. Thanks, guys. Take care. See you soon.